7 driving habits that ruin your car and drain your wallet. Whether you've been behind the wheel for years or you're just starting out, driving can be both thrilling and tiring. A lot depends on road conditions, of course. But there's something just as important: how your car reacts to how you drive it. The longer you own a car, the more habits you develop. Sadly, not all of those habits are good ones. In fact, the more experience you get, the tougher it becomes to break those bad routines. And many of them can silently damage your car without you even realizing it. That's why we at Kinetic Horsepower have put together a list of driving behaviors you should steer clear of. Hopefully, these tips will help you avoid risky situations and save you from costly repairs. Number 7, not using the handbrake when you park. When parking your car, especially on a slope, don't skip the handbrake, even if your car has an automatic transmission. If you just put it in park, the entire weight of the vehicle rests on a tiny part inside the gearbox called the output shaft lock gear. This can wear it down quickly. The correct way to park is press and hold the brake pedal, shift into park, pull the handbrake, and then slowly let go of the brake pedal. No matter what transmission you have, car makers recommend always using the handbrake to keep the vehicle still and secure. Number 6, only filling up when the tank is almost empty. Letting your gas tank run low can actually harm your vehicle. Over time, dirt and impurities settle at the bottom of the tank. If you're always driving on low fuel, that gunk gets sucked into the filters and the fuel pump, causing damage and expensive repairs. During the winter months, it's even more important to keep your tank at least halfway full. That's because cold weather causes condensation, and water in your fuel tank can lead to rust, deformation, or even total failure of the tank system. Number 5, keeping your foot on the brake while going downhill. A common mistake many drivers make is resting their foot on the brake pedal while going downhill to be ready to stop. This actually overheats your brakes and wears down the pads and discs much faster. Instead, switch to a lower gear and let engine braking slow you down. This reduces your car's speed naturally, without relying on the brakes so much. Don't worry about the engine noise. It's completely normal. In fact, professional race car drivers use the same technique to slow down before sharp turns. Number 4, ignoring strange noises. Is your car making odd sounds? Maybe a creak, a squeak, or a knock. Don't ignore it. These small noises could be signs of a serious issue. Some people overlook them, thinking they're nothing, but that often leads to breakdowns, sometimes right in the middle of the road. If your car does break down while driving, stay calm and pull over safely. Turn on your hazard lights and, if necessary, push the vehicle off the road. If you can't identify the issue, it's best to call roadside assistance or the police. Bottom line, if you hear anything unusual, get your car checked out as soon as possible. Early detection can save you a lot of money and stress. Number 3, resting your hand on the gear stick. Lots of drivers rest their hand on the gear shifter while driving, especially in manual cars. But this small habit can do big damage. First off, you really should be steering with both hands. More importantly, the constant pressure on the gear lever puts stress on the internal parts of the transmission. Over time, this can wear down synchronizers and gears, making it harder to shift and potentially leading to major transmission issues. And let's be honest, transmission repairs aren't cheap. So next time you feel like resting your hand there, place it back on the wheel instead. Hey, if you're finding these tips helpful so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Kinetic Horsepower for more smart driving advice and car-saving tips. We've got a lot more coming your way. Number 2, revving a cold engine too hard. Most modern cars don't need to be warmed up for long, but that doesn't mean you should start the engine and immediately drive like you're in a race. Until your engine reaches its normal temperature, try not to go above 2,000 RPMs. In freezing weather, it's wise to let the engine idle for a minute or two before driving off. Use that time to clean your windows, adjust your seat, and set your mirrors. That way, both you and the car will be ready to roll smoothly and safely. Number 1, hitting the brakes too often. Driving schools teach us to maintain distance and flow with traffic, but in real life, many drivers slam the brakes constantly. This kind of driving wears out your brake pads and discs super fast. If you're always braking hard, be ready to spend on regular replacements. Here's how to brake properly. Place the heel of your right foot close to the floor and use the ball of your foot to lightly press the center of the brake pedal. Most of your foot's weight should stay grounded so you can smoothly increase pressure. Ease off a bit just before stopping to avoid a harsh jolt. Also, don't forget to regularly check your brake fluid and hoses. Good braking isn't just about safety. It also makes a ride more comfortable for everyone in the car. So, there you have it. 7 everyday driving habits that could be silently hurting your car and emptying your wallet. They might seem minor now, but over time, they add up to big problems and big bills. As the author John Irving once wrote in Last Night in Twisted River, just because you're sober doesn't mean you're a good driver. Stay sharp, drive responsibly, and always keep learning. Do you know any other bad habits drivers should avoid? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear them. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Kinetic Horsepower for more helpful tips to keep your car running smoothly.